The studios are at it again. So it was just announced today that the Resident Evil franchise, the movie, all the movies, yes, all of these movies are no more. So we're not getting any sequels, and it's now being rebooted. This is all we know so far. So that's why I'm making this video. After all this time, all these years of all the sequels and all the money made in European countries, even America, even though it didn't do as well, these movies made millions, probably billions. So seeing that response from everybody over the years and everybody hating on it and some of them being cheesy fun, I think they're just funny movies. They are. You can't take them seriously. What do they do now? I always thought, Perry as well, he also thought that they would be making this into an animated film. Maybe something that would, I feel like portraying the first game in an animated fashion would be awesome, in my opinion. But of course, they're going to do it live action. So now what do? Do they do an original idea? Do they do something completely different? Or do they bring it back to the Spencer Mansion? This is the question I'm going to ask you fans. What do you want to see? Do you even want to see this? Video game movies are so just, it's very just all over the map, okay? We didn't have a really great history of that. One of my favorite video game movies is Mortal Kombat because, come on, that is an amazing movie. But it is also made by yours truly, Paul W.S. Anderson. So who fucking knows? But the real question is, what do they do now? The same studio owns it. So are they going to look into some similar people that were probably involved? Maybe some people in the same exact studio? Or are they going to reach out to some new up-and-coming director? That would be cool. Bring a fresh face. If you're going to do this, because you know they're going to do it. They made so much money, they're going to do it. You got Vendetta coming out next month, and you know they're going to get this thing lined up for, I want to say, maybe 2017 or not 2017, 2018, the latest. They can start filming this shit late this year. You know, stuff like this happens really quick. And as fast as those Resident Evil movies make money, they know that the Resident Evil name is going to bring people in. However, the Resident Evil movie fan base has its own fan base of its own. The people that like the movies. I'm sorry, Resident Evil fans such as myself, but it does exist. And it's fine, to each his own. But the main thing is now, how is this movie, whatever it's called, the untitled next Resident Evil reboot, going to fit in with the rest of the crowd? Is it going to cater to those fans? Are they going to be paying attention to those fans? Or are they going to be paying attention to the gamers? The people that matter, the people that made that, the fans that bought those games when they came out in the 90s, put that series on the map, especially Resident Evil 2. And with that remake coming out, there's a lot of Resident Evil resurgence, especially with RE7. People want to talk about this again. People want to see videos on it. They want to see movies. They want to see animated movies. So it's getting its circuit. Where do they go from here? That's the real question here. So what do you guys think about this? Again, this is all that's been said. You know, it was pretty much the last straw with Final Chapter, predictive combat software, and Wesker getting stopped by a door. Anyway, let me get that out of my mind for a second. Where do they take this from here? Do you guys want to see this at all? And if so, where would you want them to take it? Do you think this is a good opportunity? Or do you think they should stick with a TV show idea, which never really happened, but it was talked about? But things like this come and go. This can easily get canceled. Who knows? Hollywood is just a mixed bag now. They say things are happening, like a Last of Us movie. Have you heard anything on that? No. The Gears of War movie was confirmed back in 2007. Anything happen? No. These things get tossed around, scripts get thrown around. Hollywood is so scummy. It's the most scummiest fucking people you ever have to deal with. And I can't imagine what this movie is going to go through to get made. But hey, if you get some small indie director to do it, or someone up and coming, that would be amazing, because they're trying to do it from a standpoint of being a fan. Maybe they can get someone who's a fan and is a director. I'm sure they exist. There's people who probably love to get a chance to make this Resident Evil movie something cool. And maybe it could. So I'm not all down and out about it. I'm not going to be all negative Nancy. So I'm going to be open to the idea. But I want to hear what you guys have to think about that. that's all I have to say for now, but until then, stay tuned for the upcoming podcasts, Let's Plays, and streams. Follow me on Twitter, @JillSandwich988. You can also check me out on the Let's Talk Resident Evil Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Let's Talk Resident Evil. You can find the podcast on iTunes and Libsyn, Let's Talk Resident Evil. You can also find me on the Game Complainers every Wednesday night at 9 or 10 p.m. when we record. We talk about video games and whatnot, so stay tuned for that. All the links are down below. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm looking forward to seeing all your discussions.